Fill it to the brim. This is not a joke. I get it. I'm not kidding. I want you to fill it to the brim, and we're going to talk about it a bit. So what brought this conversation on was that many of us kind of show up at different times in our lives where we've had some things happen. And when those things happen, we stop trusting, we stop believing, we kind of slow down a bit in our pursuit. But I want you to come forth fully present. And in order to be fully present, you have to allow yourself to be filled to the brim with God. So let's start this way. Family, have you ever noticed that it's still possible to be present, but not bring all of yourself at the same time? You know, you show up, you handle what needs to be handled, you answer the call, you keep the commitment. From the outside, everything looks fine. But somewhere along the way, you started measuring out how much of yourself you will give. Enough hope to keep moving, enough effort to stay responsible, enough love to remain connected, but not everything. Life taught you to be careful. You gave your best before, and it wasn't always received. You opened your heart, and someone used it. You trusted someone who lied. You said yes, and were left carrying everything. You prayed, and the diagnosis didn't change. You stepped forward and were humiliated. You loved someone who still walked away. So you learned something. You learned how to participate without bringing all of yourself with you. You learned how to be there without risking all of your heart. And it happened so quietly that it became a way of living. You weren't trying to, move away from anything or get away from anything. It just was an unconscious response to hurt. But you're still living your life. You're still showing up. You're still doing what needs to be done, but you're not bringing all of yourself with you. You're not empty, you're holding back. Tell me, where were you present without bringing all of yourself? In the 2nd chapter of John, we love the book of John, don't we, John? Yes, we don't love it as much as the book of James, but we do love the book of John. Yeah. In the 2nd chapter of John, Jesus is attending a wedding in Cana. The people have gathered to celebrate. There's music, there's conversation, food is being moved from table to table. The room is alive. Then the wine runs out. Not after the celebration was over, while it was still happening. Mary notices. She doesn't announce it to the room. She simply says to Jesus, "They have no wine." Boy, I bet some of us have said that before. That's another story. Then she turns to the servants and says, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby are 6 jars, stone jars. Each carries 20 to 30 gallons. And they have been there the whole time. Jesus says, "Fill the jars with water." The servants get busy, jar after jar, trip after trip. They don't know how this is going to solve the problem. They just know to do what they've been asked. And the scripture says they filled the jars to the brim. Then Jesus says, "Draw some out and take it to the steward." The servants draw from the jar. They carried the cup inside the room. The steward tastes it. The steward calls over the bridegroom and says, "Most people serve the best wine first and bring out the lesser wine later. But you have kept the good wine until now." You have kept the good wine. The servants carried the water. The steward tasted wine. They did their part fully, but they didn't make the wine. The instruction wasn't guarantee the result. The instruction was fill the jars all the way to the brim. And that's where most of us stop. We will participate when we know how things will turn out. We will step forward when we think that success is guaranteed. We will speak the truth when we know it will not cost us anything. We will offer an idea when we know it will be received. But life doesn't always give us that assurance. Sometimes all you know is what is yours to bring. And you have to decide whether you're going to keep measuring it out or bring it fully. You're not responsible for controlling every result. You're responsible for what you bring. And listen, there comes a time when holding something back cannot protect you. It begins costing you the life that you could be living. You can spend years waiting to be ready. You are there, but not all the way. Certainty was never the instruction. Fill the jars. Bring what is yours to bring without trying to control what happens next. And family, let me speak to the part of you that learned to hold back. You weren't foolish for trying to protect yourself. You were trying to survive what hurt. You were trying to make sure nobody would ever again have that much power over your heart. And after a while, that guarded, that protected place you put yourself in, it couldn't hold any longer. It kept you going for the moment, but it can't hold. What helped you survive cannot be allowed to govern the rest of your life. It's a survival move, not a life move. Because your past cannot decide or isn't allowed to supervise every new moment. What one person did doesn't get to decide how you move in every relationship. What one failure cost you cannot decide whether you try again. That's freedom on the other side of holding back. Not a life where nothing hurts or goes wrong. Not a life where every decision works out the way you hoped it would, but a life where yesterday no longer gets to decide for today. That's not carelessness, that's freedom. And here's what Cana teaches us, that moment where Jesus was in Cana. Here's where it takes us deeper. The servants could fill the jars, they could draw from them, they could carry the cup into the room, but they could not make what the steward tasted, and neither can you. But there's a life within you that was never divided by what happened to you. There's a life within you that was never divided by what happened to you. This life of God within you was never guarded, never small, never lost, never without the power to love, never without the power to choose, never without the power to begin again. You've learned to live in portions, but the spirit within you was never made in portions. That's why you don't have to return to who you were before you were hurt. You can keep the wisdom you learned from the pain without keeping the wall. You can carry the memory without letting it lead you. You can move carefully without disappearing in the pain. That's transformation. That's water becoming wine in the human soul. And look, when the steward tasted the wine, he knew something greater had entered the room. He said, "You have kept the good wine until now." Until now. Until now, you didn't know that the presence of God is still alive in you. Until now, you didn't know that greater love, wisdom, and wholeness could rise together. Until now, you didn't know that what came through the fire could still carry joy, and that when you came through a fire, you still have joy within you. You are not the old person coming back. You are the life of God within coming forward. And so the decision today is yours. Will you continue to live a divided life, or will you bring what is yours to bring? The life of God within you is already whole, but you have to step forward. You must speak the truth. You must make the decision. You must draw the water. Not when success is guaranteed. You must draw it now. You don't have to know what the water will become. You just have to decide whether you will keep arriving in portions or not. This is your life. It's not a rehearsal. It's not something to postpone until you feel safe. This one, now. So bring your hopes. Bring your truth. Bring your whole heart. Bring the part of you that fear taught to hold back. Bring yourself all the way full and fill it to the brim. I believe you can. Are you willing to do this with me today? Thank you all, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a lot to think about there. I recognize myself a little too much, but we'll leave it at that. Let's welcome back Brandis Manuel and the Peter Polzak Quartet.
How y'all doing? I'm gonna do something a little different today, and when I picked it, the sky was so clear and beautiful, and the sun was shining so bright, and now it's starting to return. So I just want to take you guys out into the sunshine if you come and go with me, and just lime and just relax and just enjoy all of the wonderful and positive energy of God's beautiful creation of this earth and nature and the sun. My life in the sunshine. trees and the flowers. I can stay in it for hours. The sunshine and the summertime shine. Thank you.
Well. Brandis, everyone, and the Peter Pozak Quartet. Let's give them another hand. Come on. Yes. That was absolutely wonderful. Well, we come to that time in our service where we open our hearts to give. And this is a time for us to show up fully in the presence and power of prosperity and our good coming through. So I'm going to ask you to take out your tithes, your gifts, your offering, and send energy from your heart into that gift. And if you're joining us online, get into this moment of prosperity, of giving and receiving. Allow yourself to sow seeds so you may reap a harvest. And now when you're ready, we are going to say our offertory blessing together with energy. Yeah, you guys must have forgotten all about that when I was away, huh? Yeah, I get it. You got spoiled, didn't you? Okay. Now I'll put you back to work. Okay. Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And so it is.